And so here we are live. My name is Jimmie Clark, voice of the Eagles, joining you here on Blue Eagle News. We're so glad that you could join us here. I'm a fill-in for our typical basketball commentator, Josh Barber, as he's found himself on the injury reserve. Much the same as I had earlier on in the year. We get you set for a long-awaited meeting, a meeting that was postponed earlier in the year. The Windsor Warriors coming in to take on the Wethersfield Eagles. We've got pregame coming up in just a few moments, and the waning seconds will get you tonight's starting lineups.
How you doing? Good. How are you? Steve's on the clock. As soon as they sign, we'll start it up. Actually, let's start it. Go ahead. Want the bird or not? I think we're 4 and 5. You can have it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wethersfield High School for the following contest between the visiting Warriors of Windsor High School and your Wethersfield Eagles. The following contest is being conducted under the direction of Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Mr. Mike Maltese and Principal Mrs. Siobhan O'Connor. Sports medicine services are provided by Hartford Hospital Athletic Trainer Mr. Scott Applebaum. It is the hope of the high school administration, game officials, coaches, and players that the spectators will enjoy the contest in the spirit of good sportsmanship. Please note that the use of profanity and inappropriate behavior will not be tolerated at any student-centered events. Also a reminder that all in attendance this evening must be wearing a mask or face covering on top of their mouth and nose at all times. We, the students, athletes, and staff of Wethersfield High School, are proud of our school and want to extend a warm welcome to our guests from Windsor. And now it's time for this evening's starting lineups. First, for Windsor, number 21, Summer Riley. Number 24, Janet Wood. Number 25, Tyler Welch. Number 32, Jordan Bay Kent. And number 33, Ayana Franks. The Windsors are led by head coach Kurt Murray. And now for your Wethersfield Eagles! Starting first, number 33, Ella Alter. Number 10, Olivia Barnett. Number 12, Oxager. Number 3, Vanessa Vindy. And number 23, Allison Wagner. Your Eagles are led by head coach Jeff Russell and are assisted by Ryan Alger, Alexis Calfusi, and Evie DeVoe. We now ask that at this time you please rise and remove your caps as we honor the brave men and women defending our freedoms at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem. Well, here we are back on Blue Eagle News. If you're just joining us here on YouTube, my name is Jimmie Clark. I'm pulling double duty this evening with public address and play-by-play tonight as our typical basketball play-by-play commentator, Josh Barbara, has found himself on the IR for tonight's game. And we'll be bringing you all the action tonight as the Windsor Warriors charge into the nest as Wethersfield gets set to host Windsor. This was a game that was scheduled for earlier on in the season, however was postponed due to COVID, as are many basketball games across the state being ravaged by the pandemic and schedules being mixed and matched at will. But here we are with some basketball action. We'll be back here on tomorrow night as the boys basketball team is in action against Avon. And then on Friday, we have more basketball coming up for you, but the week isn't over yet. That same Wednesday night on the road, hockey is going to be hitting the ISCC Simsbury rink as they'll play the Simsbury Trojans in their second meeting of the season. Eagles looking for a sweep in that season's series. Starting on the floor tonight is going to be Ella Alger, as well as Olivia Barnett, Alexa Grenier, Vanessa Venditti, and Allison Wagner. Looks like Grenier is set to take the tip. Eagles in the white and the navy, and the red and white are the Warriors. The tip is going to be won by Windsor. And quickly the Warriors set up inside the perimeter. They work back with a three, and they make it. Windsor 3 from the 24, Janet Woodard. So Woodard sinks the first shot of the game as Venditti sets it up to Ella Alger. Alger back over to Grenier, and Grenier to Wagner. Wagner setting up outside the perimeter, moving top into the paint. Ooh, and a block by Windsor. Number 33 set up with the block, and here's Ella Alger. Gets it over to Vanessa Venditti. And we talked to Jeff Russell before tonight's game, the Eagles head coach. He said the key to tonight's game is going to be handling pressure, not letting it get to them as they work inside the paint again. Back out to the perimeter as we're nearly 60 seconds into tonight's game. Back inside the arc. To the outside. Allison dangerously close to the baseline. Out of bounds, she will go. It's going to be Windsor's Janet Woodard. Nope, it's actually going to be number 33 back there, that being Ayanna Franks, who inbounds the ball. They set it up to Summer Riley. Riley sets up, misses it, and the putback is good. Windsor 2, but number 32, Jordan Bay Kent. So the starting five for Windsor, looking like it'll be Summer Riley, then Janet Woodard, Tyler Welsh, Jordan Bay Kent. The ball is stolen, and Ayanna Franks. Windsor in a quick 5-0 lead, just over a minute into tonight's contest. 8-minute quarters here in high school. Windsor back outside towards the top of the court. And that is Janet Woodard who's got it. Sends it back in. Still outside the perimeter, posting up from the corner and makes it. Windsor 3 by number 25, Tyler Welch. Quickly, Wethersfield on the charge, and they get the ball stolen again. Eagles looking rather sloppy, playing out of the gates tonight. Back into the corner. Stolen by Vanessa Venditti. Now we get to see some transitional play by this Wethersfield offense. Ooh, missing on the layup. Grenier gets tipped on her way up. And we're 2 minutes in. It looks like Woodard has the ball. Woodard, top of the court, looking for somebody, gets it back out. Now down to Tyler Welsh. Welsh has the ball stolen. Here comes Allison Wagner, and a block by number 33, Ayanna Franks. Eagles get some subs. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 11, Bella Tomeno, and number 34, Mackenzie Morey. So Morey and Tomeno find their way into this game. Tomeno will inbound the ball. Mackenzie Morey in her second varsity campaign. Made a debut in her freshman year last season during the COVID Cup. Played phenomenally well. Bella works inside the perimeter, back out to Barnett. Barnett to Morey. Morey inside the perimeter. Back outside to Grenier in a quick fire pass to Wagner. Wagner back to Grenier. Grenier inside the paint. Gets fouled on her way up. And this will be 2 shots. Windsor foul assessed to number 32, Jordan Bay Kent. Her first of the game, 2 shots. So 2 shots as Bay Kent gets hit with the foul.
5:20 to go here in this first quarter. Grenier to the stripe. To make the first one. And for Wethersfield, one has to wonder, trailing 8-1, what's the game plan to get back into this one? As Grenier goes 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. Inbounding the ball over to Woodard. Woodard working outside, heavy pressure. They're going to just get across half court. Quickly inside the perimeter, ripped down by Alexa Grenier as she hits the ground. And we're going to see a whistle here. Shot is not allowed. The shot disallowed. And it will be Eagles' ball. Looks like no foul. 5:07 to go. And Grenier tried to rip that rebound right out of the air. Did not come down with the ball, but she did end up coming down. She is all right as quickly she has the ball, driving to the hoop and a layup.
Eagles 2 by number 12, Alexa Grenier.
And quickly Windsor back down the court inside the paint for a layup of their own.
Windsor 2 by number 33, Ayanna Franks.
Here comes Grenier. And it looks like they ripped the ball quickly. See an out of bounds call, and Windsor will call for a substitution.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 11, Michaela Williams.
So this is looking like it's going to end up being quite a fast-paced basketball game. Both teams playing up tempo on offense. A 5-second violation on Bella Tomeno as she lets the inbound go. And thus turns over possession in a 10-4 game. 6 points separate the two schools tonight. Woodard again, that's a name you're going to hear a lot tonight. Brings it up now, set it up to Riley. Looks like they're going to call double dribble here against Summer Riley, and a mid-court inbound for Bella Tomeno is on the way. Just over 4.5 to go in this first quarter of action from Wethersfield. Wagner to Tomeno. Bella sets inward. A long pass forward, way overthrows the target. Looking like an NFL quarterback from across the court, overshoots the receiver. Vanessa Venditti to sub in.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 3, Vanessa Venditti.
We do apologize if we sound a little rushed, pulled into double duty tonight. But we do have a wonderful production crew with us this evening. There's our table. If you come to these games in person, production table way off by that back corner. You can see the Blue Eagle team hard at work bringing you basketball. Ooh, a foul on the way down off that three-point shot. This should be against Venditti here.
Wethersfield foul assist to number 3, Vanessa Venditti. Her first of the game, 3 shots.
So it's beyond the three-point arc. They will award 3 free throws. She'll make the first one. 2 subs ready to come in for Windsor. 2 left for number 24, Janet Woodard. She'll miss the second one, and in comes the subs.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 4, Haley Rivera, and number 14, Amaya Stevens. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 33, Ella Alger.
So Alger will come in for Bella Tomeno. Woodard, so far 1 of 2. She'll go 2 of 3 from the line. The inbound, set into Venditti. Venditti to Barnett. Barnett's got a lane. Sends it back outside. Swing to the other end of the court. Now to Alger. Alger to Maury. Maury looking for somebody. She'll drive backwards towards Grenier, who lays it in.
Eagles 2 by number 12, Alexa Grenier.
And a tip by Grenier to Maury, up to Grenier. Oh, just fouled on her way up. That'll be the 3rd foul of the contest, 2nd team foul for Windsor.
Windsor foul assist to number 33, Ayanna Franks. Her first of the game, 2 shots.
So Grenier, so far 2 of 2 from the stripe. Now goes 2 of 3. Maury checks in for Alger as she moves towards the back end of the perimeter. Grenier will make it a 75% night from the free throw line at 3 for 4. Here comes Woodard, and she's got the moves. Posts up for a shot. The putback. No third rebound opportunity. This one's out of bounds and awarded to Wethersfield. Looked like it might have gone off the hands of Mackenzie Morey, but the refs don't see it that way. Venditti works it into Alger. Alger set back over to Grenier. Grenier to Morey. Morey setting up on the perimeter. Works inside, another backwards pass. Ooh, almost ripped out of the air and a turnover. Here come the Warriors. Back down the court. And a foul on her way up. It's Haley Rivera who gets fouled. Should be 2 shots here.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 33, Ella Alger. Her first of the game, 2 shots.
So it'll be 2 shots for Haley Rivera. And she will overshoot the first one on the back of the rim. 3:16 to go here in the first quarter. It's 12-7, Windsor in the lead. And she'll get 1 of 2. Windsor got off to a hot start here in this first quarter. Both teams seeming to feel it out. And a nice reach in for a steal, an even better move by Woodard. And this one will finally go out of bounds. Just a playing performance by Janet Woodard tonight.
Check it out of legs, sir.
For Windsor. This one goes out of bounds on Windsor. See Kirk Murad, coach of the Warriors, pleading his case for a foul. Vanessa Venditti and Ella Alger. Alger sets in. Venditti from beyond the arc, inside the paint, and a block by Windsor. Windsor's going to slow it down and take their time just a little bit with 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Into the corner. Back out to Woodard. It's a little push from Alger. Sets it over now towards Franks. Back to Woodard. Into the corner, and a travel is going to go against Michaela Williams. Eagles get the ball with 2.5 to go in this first quarter of action. 13-7, Eagles have slowly been trying to close the gap. Venditti over to Alger. Alger now to Grenier. Grenier to Barnett. Barnett tries to work inside, tips. And it looks like it goes off the hands of Ella Alger, trying to save the ball and keep it in bounds, but rolls off her fingertips and out of bounds. We'll see Wagner sub in.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 23, Allison Wagner.
So Wagner checks in. 2:10 to go first quarter. Woodard into Williams. Williams back to Woodard. Woodard inside. And a layup is going to go in. Looks like that one's going to be 33.
Windsor 2 by number 33, Iona Franks.
Set up Venditti for 3 and got it.
Eagles 3 by number 3, Vanessa Venditti.
And Windsor will move a sub out towards the table. Back over towards Michaela Williams, over to Janet Woodard. Woodard works inside the perimeter, step back. Back to Williams. Williams towards Franks. Franks inside the paint, driving to the hoop. A lot of power through that foul. Foul against Allison Wagner for 2 shots.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 23, Allison Wagner. Her first of the game, 2 shots.
So now 2 subs ready to check in for Windsor. Warriors up by 5. And first free throw is going to miss.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 21, Summer Riley. And number 32, Jordan Bay Kent.
So Bay Kent checks into this one. That'll be another shot here for Franks. Minute 23 to go in the quarter. And this will extend to a 6-point lead for the Warriors. Eagles again slowly hacking away at this deficit. Another sub coming in for Windsor shortly. Olivia Barnett receives a little touch-and-go pass. Wagner back across the court to Morey. Morey with a lane. She goes up with it. Can't get in there, and Coach Jeffrey Russell pleading his case for a foul. Up in front with a layup and got it.
Windsor 2 by number 33, Ayanna Franks.
Franks gets in there with the layup. Venditti moving across the court. Sets into the corner to Barnett. Barnett moves inside the perimeter. Tries a pass. Can't quite work it. Ball is loose. Wagner going in after it, very aggressive. The final 40 seconds of this quarter tick in. Setting back now. It's going to be Summer Riley. Riley to Williams. 29 seconds. Williams loses the ball, and Grenier's going to get in a foot race. Out of bounds, and it will be Eagles ball. And the sub for Windsor.
Did you see that play?
Subbing in for Windsor, number 24, Janet Woodard.
And Woodard, the senior, coming back into this one.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 33, Ella Alger.
So Alger will come back in, an 8-point deficit. Wethersfield looks to dig themselves out of the hole here in the first quarter. Venditti inside. A little touch and go again, and one. Count the basket for Venditti.
Windsor foul assessed to number 33, Ayanna Franks. Her second of the game, one shot. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 10, Olivia Barnett.
So Barnett will move into this game in an 18-12 contest. We're going to make it 18-13. Venditti will miss from the line. And here's Windsor charging back down the court. And this is how they've gotten a lot of their points. Charges into the paint. Eagles are going to have to contain that. Nice steal on the pass. Ooh, Venditti grabs a handful of jersey. And time expires on this first quarter. And so that is one quarter in the books. And Mackenzie Morey will get a foul, and that'll be 2 shots. And this is how the quarter's going to end.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 34, Mackenzie Morey. Her first of the game, 2 shots.
So the quarter's not quite done yet. 2 shots from the stripe. And Ayanna Franks hits her first. So before we start the second quarter, this will be an 8-point game. Through with one stanza of the scoring line, it's 20-12. Windsor in control. And for Wethersfield, these guys are going to have to defend against those hard charges right into the paint. It is hard to watch some of this Eagles defense, but then again, they've also got to get a little bit of discipline on them. Both teams running in towards foul trouble. Of course, we saw on that sequence at the end of the first quarter with Wethersfield taking a foul right as time expired. It would have been, had I thought, on Vanessa Venditti. Had a handful of jersey, almost 2 handfuls on that last sequence. Foul does end up going against Mackenzie Morey. Both free throws are made, and that makes it 20-12. And again, we have ourselves an 8-point game on our hands. Windsor doing a nice job at holding the Eagles at bay so far, holding them at a nice distance, a comfortable 8-point lead. So just about 4 possessions of difference between the two schools tonight. 8 minutes on the clock, and we're ready for the second quarter of action here from Wethersfield. Of course, other contests will be back here tomorrow night. Eagles will be taking on Avon. Yet another game that was postponed and then rescheduled. So quick succession of basketball games this week that have been rescheduled and placed this week on the schedule. On this shortened week from the holiday. Alexa Grenier moving in, out to a wide open Barnett. Barnett does not go for the shot, tries to pass, and it's stolen by Franks. And once again, proving that offensive dominance so far. They push their way into the paint, and the Eagles will foul.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 23, Allison Wagner. Second of the game, 2 shots.
That is the 5th team foul for Wethersfield here. And Ayanna Franks will miss that one. Again, Windsor having a great night between both Franks and Woodard. Franks will make that second one. Again, her and Woodard having themselves a night tonight. Wagner over to Barnett, and Barnett to Grenier, over to Venditti. Venditti from beyond the arc. Does not make it, no rebound. Circles around the rim. A deep pass into Windsor, and they will miss that one. Just off the hand and out of bounds. 21-12. It's a 9-point lead for the Windsor Warriors. In towards Grenier, now to Barnett. Barnett in the corner. Barnett to Venditti. Venditti to Barnett again. Barnett tries to push out. And Wagner goes up, gets fouled on her way up. 7:01 to go in the second. And we'll see what the foul results to be.
Windsor foul assessed to number 21, Summer Riley. Her first of the game, 2 shots.
And so 2 shots here for Allison Wagner. And the first one goes up. Misses just off to the side. Again, 7:01 left in this first quarter, or sorry, the second quarter of action. First quarter went by like a breeze. Subs coming in for Windsor.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 25, Tyler Welsh.
So Tyler Welsh into this game. It'll be Franks to inbound it to Woodard. They've been, again, a dynamic duo in tonight's contest. Here comes Franks. Misses on that layup. Venditti. In a game of tug-of-war for the ball, and the jump ball results in Windsor possession. Just under 7 minutes to play, as we're about a minute into the second round of this heavyweight bout. Welsh from the corner sinks it.
Windsor 3, by number 25, Tyler Welsh.
Those corner threes killing this Eagles team. Foul goes up here. And I get some passing contact for a fleeting moment. Eagles will pull in a sub.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 34, Mackenzie Morey. Windsor foul assist to number 32, Jordan Bay Kent. Her second of the game, Eagles possession.
Wagner gets the inbound. Moves over to Alger. Alger to Morey. Morey works inside. Pivots to Alger in the paint. Misses the layup. Back over to Windsor. And it's Woodard. She's got the ball inside. Back outside to Welsh from the corner. Just misses the basket. 6:12 to go here in the second. Another jump ball, and this results in a foul.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 34, Mackenzie Morey, for the second of the game. Windsor possession.
So it will be Janet Woodard to inbound the ball into Haley Rivera. Back out to Franks, back to Rivera. Rivera from the opposite corner overshoots it. And another foul coming against Wethersfield as they will foul Bay Kent.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 23, Allison Wagner, her third of the game, 2 shots.
You see Windsor enter the bonus here, and Bella Tomeno ready to sub in for Wethersfield.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 11, Bella Tomeno.
So as Tomeno enters the game, 6:04 to go in the first half, 25-13. And 1 shot left here for Jordan Bay Kent, the freshman. And we'll go 1 of 2 from the stripe, rebounded by Windsor, and again, playing very aggressively for the ball is Wethersfield, almost too aggressively. The block goes out of bounds on Wethersfield. 5:57 to go in the second. Once again inbounded, right inside the paint, the layup off the rim. And we'll see a foul here. And we'll see 33 for Windsor get called for the foul.
Windsor foul assessed to number 33, Iona Franks. Subbing in for Windsor, number 11, Michaela Williams, and number 14, Amaya Stevens.
2 subs for Windsor here. Vanessa Vendini enters with the ball. Bella Tomeno came in again for Wethersfield. Grenier to not Wagner, sorry, that was Alger, and then to Vendini, back to Alger for 3. Off the rim, picked up by Vendini. Vendini sets up the layup.
Eagles 2 by number 3, Vanessa Vendini.
And so now, set over to number 24. Woodard takes the ball back as she passed it off to Michaela Williams. Woodard still controlling the ball to Welsh. Woodard again from the corner. Looking for something here. 5:04 to go in the second quarter. Into the corner again. There's a pass to Rivera, back to Rivera. Alger aggressive defending. Once again, it's towards the top of the court. Woodard will get a travel. She pleads the case for a foul here. 4:46 to go in this second quarter. Bella Tomeno inbounds it to Vanessa Vendini. Vendini bringing it in methodically. Sets it up to the corner to Alger. Alger back to Vendini almost instantaneously. Vendini to Grenier. Grenier will get fouled on her way in. See a 1-and-1 as Wethersfield enters the bonus.
Windsor foul assessed to number 11, Michaela Williams, her first of the game, 1-and-1.
We see the coach. The first shot of the 1-and-1 pulled down by Tomeno into Mori. Mori back to Tomeno. Tomeno to Alger, who goes for 3. Can't quite hit it. Under 5 minutes to go. Here's Rivera. And a block by Wethersfield again. And you know, the first quarter analysis I had, Wethersfield getting beat in a battle of height underneath the hoop for rebounds, and so far that's just not turning out to be the case anymore as they're coming up with some nice blocks. Back into Rivera. She tries a layup, takes a couple of unlucky bounces, and Wethersfield results with the ball. Mori drives to the hoop, misses, tries to pull down her own rebound, can't get it. Here comes Windsor, and a foul by Wethersfield with a little tie-up.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 3, Vanessa Vendini, second in the game, 2 shots.
And so it looks like Windsor getting set with a sub, Wethersfield ready with 2. First shot here is gonna miss.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 21, Summer Riley.
It's like 20 and 10 subbing for Wethersfield.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 20, Eliza Polmatier, and number 10, Olivia Barnett.
So Eliza Polmatier comes in. Windsor goes 0 for 2 from the line. They get the ball back. Mori with a massive block. Mori just swats it down out in front. Windsor calling for a sub. We see number 33 and number 1 come in.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 33, Iona Franks. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 1, Maya Birdbees.
It's Franks, gets it in, and drives to the hoop, and 1 count the bucket for Iona Franks.
One shot.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 1, Maya Birdbees, her first of the game, 1 shot.
So Birdbees, almost as soon as she gets into the game, has a foul called against her. 3:40 to go, and here comes Polmatier. Into Mori. Mori. Now Barnett inadvertently over to Birdbees, who tries a layup, misses. Back out to Barnett. Barnett Venditti off the rim to Barnett again. Barnett to Venditti, and Birdbees for three off the front rim. Eagles cursed with that front rim here on that possession. Some nice tic-tac-toe passing.
Windsor 2 by number 14, Amaya Stevens.
And as we would say in hockey, that was some nice tic-tac-toe passing right into the hoop. Palmatier with the ball outside the perimeter, and a steal, a fast break, almost easy points.
Windsor 2 by number 33, Ayana Franks.
That was a make it. That was really a take it, make it. Venditti overshoots the three, and this is quickly devolved into a 31-15 game. Venditti. Birdbees back out to Palmatier. Miss. Palmatier tries from beyond the arc. Sent over to Windsor for three, and they will overshoot it. Here with the final 2 minutes and 10 seconds. A travel,
Coming in for Wethersfield, number 12, Alexa Grenier, number 23, Allison Wagner, number 33, Ella Alger, and number 13, Avery Ford.
Avery Ford comes in. A mass substitution by Wethersfield. Ford, Wagner, Grenier, and Alger come in. The only one left on the floor from that last shift is Morey.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 32, Jordan Bay Kent.
We're seeing a substitution fest here at the end of this quarter. Almost everyone getting swapped. Again, almost resembling hockey with the shift changes. Working inside, and a block by Grenier on the way up. And this again out of bounds. Eagles starting to find their footing defensively here. Still trailing 31-15 in a 16-point contest. Inside the paint. Layup missed. And it looks like we might see an over the back. 32 gets called on the foul.
Windsor foul assessed to number 32, Jordan Bay Kent, her third of the game. 1-1.
And so as they are in the bonus, you see them come out here with a 1-1. Windsor moves a sub onto the floor.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 14, Amaya Stevens.
Stevens comes in. 1:35 to go in the first half. Time winding down. Ella Alger makes the first one on the 1-1 as the mad dash for the rebound commenced. And let's see if Alger will go 2 of 2 and make this one 31-17. And she does. Windsor with the inbound, and they bring it up. It's Janet Woodard. Woodard moving across the floor, methodically, slow tempo, almost as if to chew up the clock here for the end of the first half and get this lead into the locker room. 1:17 left and counting. Windsor at the top of the perimeter, stolen by Grenier. Grenier slides down with the ball. Looks like we'll see a foul.
Windsor foul assessed to number 11, Michaela Williams. Her second of the game, 1-1.
And so both teams have reached their 9th team foul of the game so far tonight. Each team in the bonus. And it's Alexa Grenier from the stripe. Misses. And now with just over a minute to go.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
And here we are, Janet Woodard again. inside with a nice layup. Oh, a block attempt by Morey, falls short. And once again goes up for it.
Windsor 2 by number 21, Summer Riley.
And it looks like we have a player down on the court, and that is Grenier. And we're going to take a quick break.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 12, Alexa Grenier, her first of the game. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 10, Olivia Barnett.
And so Grenier will be able to get up after that one. And so with 46.6 to go, Vanessa Venditti prepares to check into the game. Windsor will grab some free throws here as Wethersfield has reached their 10th team foul. And that results in Windsor entering the double bonus. First free throw is good.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 3, Vanessa Venditti.
So Venditti checks into this one. 46.6 left in the second. And they will just miss the second one. Morey brings it out up the sideline and will miss on the pass, but a whistle blows and that's a foul. Assessed to number 21 here.
Windsor foul assessed to number 21, Summer Riley, her second of the game. 2 shots.
So now Wethersfield enters the double bonus. Missed the first one.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 33, Ayana Franks.
And this one turning into a foul fest tonight. Each team is finding their way into some amount of trouble. Wethersfield found it earlier. Morey will make the second one. About 35 seconds left and a steal coming by way of Olivia Barnett up to Avery Ford. Avery cuts a 3 and it's good.
Eagles 3 by number 3, Vanessa Venditti.
Eagles trail 34-21, a deep shot missed. The putback missed. Windsor looking for a foul on that one. Here comes Venditti up the court. 7 seconds to go from the beyond the arc. Just missed. It's Morey at it. Here's a half-court shot. Misses. And that is a half of basketball in the books. We'll be right back. Score 34-21. Windsor leads.
Your score at halftime: the Windsor Warriors 34 and the Wethersfield Eagles 21.
Get a drink. Here, coach. Rudy, did you move the arrow?
No, I had Windsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention down to center court for tonight's halftime entertainment, the WHS Cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, the WHS cheerleaders.
Tonight as Windsor meets with Wethersfield. Of course, Windsor entered the locker rooms with a hefty 34-21 lead. So they're ahead by about 13. And we're going to see what kind of tricks up the old sleeve that Jeff Russell has to try and rein this game back in. Wethersfield, of course, has had their ups and downs this season. Of course, a win coming off the game against East Lyme was a pretty good lead-in for today. Of course, that was a tough opponent. Avery Ford with the ball. A block by Windsor. Olivia Barnett tries to race back to it. Here comes Windsor in with the ball. The layup. Oh, the basket is disallowed. They're going to call it travel.
Looks like that'll be Ayanna Franks who gets called on that travel.
On the floor, Mackenzie Morey, Vanessa Venditti, Avery Ford, Olivia Barnett, and Alexa Grenier on the floor for Wethersfield to open up this third quarter. Avery Ford from the perimeter, inside to Barnett. Barnett moves in, and it goes under the rim on her layup attempt. Back over to Franks. Her and Woodard, two names you're going to hear a lot tonight as Woodard posts up for a three. Can't get it. And the putback is good.
Windsor 2 by number 32, Jordan Bay Kent.
And so here's Alexa Grenier. Grenier to Barnett. Barnett to Ford. And it looks like we'll see a timeout called by Wethersfield here. Find out how long, as this will be the first timeout of the game.
Wethersfield calls it.
Barnett for the layup, got it.
Eagles 2 by number 10, Olivia Barnett.
As we see Friday night, girls basketball is back in action against Rocky Hill. Another 6:45 tip-off on Friday. And there's another violation against Windsor. It's Saturday, one of the bigger games of the season, 8 p.m. puck drop from the Newington Ice Arena. Boys hockey takes on the Farmington Valley Generals in a much-anticipated CCC North Conference game from the Newington Ice Arena. Venditti from beyond the arc to Barnett, and now to Ford. Avery Ford to Bella Tomeno. Tomeno to Morey for three, and Morey hits it!
Eagles 3 by number 34, Mackenzie Morey.
Morey going in on the attack defensively as we're a little over 2 minutes into this third quarter. They've cut the lead down to 10. Here's Welsh. Welsh back to Franks. Franks in the paint. She'll get the layup.
Windsor 2 by number 33, Ayanna Franks.
Way back to Tomeno. Tomeno. It's a layup.
Eagles 2 by number 11, Bella Tomeno.
Tomeno gets the layup of her own. In retaliation back there. Woodard to Welsh. Welsh in the paint. Welsh goes up with it. Does not come down with the basket. Jump ball. Looks like possession will go Eagles' way. Or no, this will go Windsor's way. So Windsor are getting inbound along the baseline. 5:17 to go in the third. 38-28 the score. Inbound into Welsh. Back to Woodard. Woodard from the corner. Passes inside to Bay Kent. And now back outside again. Welsh again to the corner. Woodard for three. Just overshoots the basket. And here comes Venditti all alone. Got it!
Eagles 2 by number 3, Vanessa Venditti.
Eagles finding their footing on offense here. 38-30 the score. They've cut it down to an 8-point game. Back outside inside the perimeter. They work outside. Looks like no push call here. Venditti, deep pass to Mori. Misses the layup. The putback off the bottom of the rim. Back out to Mori. Mori outside the perimeter. Venditti for three. Oh my goodness! Bang!
Eagles 3 by number 3, Vanessa Venditti.
And this Eagles squad posting up for three, and Windsor retaliates.
Windsor 3 by number 24, Janet Woodard.
And here's Mori beyond the arc. Venditti on a touch and go. Back to Mori. Mori works inside the perimeter to the paint. A little too much on it. Basket disallowed as it touches the overhang part of the basket.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 11, Michaela Williams.
So as that goes off the top overhanging part of the basket, it's disallowed as it goes out of bounds. 41-33, Eagles have been trying to close the gap, and it looks like a rally may be in the making. Back at the top of the court, it's Janet Woodard off the pass from Ayanna Franks. Franks gets a touch and go. Out to Welch. Welch inside. Back out to number 11, Michaela Williams. Williams pressured by Venditti. Back out to Woodard. Woodard inside the perimeter. Pivoting. Franks inside the paint, back outside. In the perimeter. Defensive pressure. Bacon! Oh, just misses. And Venditti goes down the court. She's got some pressure on her, and that's Michaela Williams. Vanessa Venditti works around the perimeter. Into Barnett. Barnett looking for something. Does not have it. Barnett quickly on the defensive. Kent pressured immensely. Ball goes to Woodard, and Woodard has it. Working back to the top of the court. Will have to crash down somewhere. And a layup goes in.
Windsor 2 by number 33, Ayanna Franks.
And quickly, the rally appears to be undone. Windsor back up by 10. Three ball. Just misses, going over the basket.
Subbing in from Wethersfield, number 23, Allison Wagner.
You can see off in that top left corner of the bleacher, you can see just some of the student body that trickled in for tonight's game. Three ball, up and misses. Here comes Allison Wagner. Wagner inside to Ford, a monster block by Ayanna Franks. A huge block on the way up by Avery Ford. It's Franks who comes down with it. Now back to Vanessa Venditti off the inbound. Venditti double teamed, works it back out to Barnett. Barnett looking for somebody in the corner. She's got Avery Ford and Allison Wagner moving. Back outside, Venditti just overshoots it. Wagner looking for the rebound, she gets it in the corner. Avery Ford, Olivia Barnett. Barnett looking for something, she works inside the perimeter. It's a reach in and steal for Windsor. Here they come, stolen back by Vanessa Venditti and looking to beat the defense on the transition. To Barnett, Barnett loses the ball and another steal. Kent was able to take that one away. Inside the paint, works back out. Welsh goes up, Kent. And a travel is going to be called as Wethersfield puts Ella Alger in the game.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 33, Ella Alger. Subbing in for Windsor, number 4, Haley Rivera.
And so with 1:39 to go in the third, this quarter's been going by quite quick. It's a 10-point difference between the two schools this evening. Windsor on the defensive. It's Ella Alger. Alger with it near the top of the court. Ella moving in to Tomeno. Bella to Venditti inside to Algers. Algers tries to flip it back out to Venditti, misses. A reach in by Wagner comes up short. Over and back. It's Woodard with 1:10 to go. Franks for three. Does not come down with it.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
It's Avery Ford. Ford to Venditti. Venditti for three. Pulled back down by Tomeno. Wagner, Bella, block and foul. 48.4 to go.
Windsor foul assessed to number 32, Jordan Bay Kent, her 4th of the game. 2 shots.
So it'll be number 14 checking in for Windsor. That'll be Amaya Stevens. See Alexa Grenier go down towards the bench. Tomeno sinks the first one.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 14, Amaya Stevens.
Stevens, the freshman, checks in. Bella Tomeno, 1 of 1. We'll go 1 of 2. It's a 10-point game with 45 seconds left. Windsor working in by the top of the court. Have control of the ball. They keep Woodard in. Now Franks moves inward. Williams back to Woodard. Woodard top of the perimeter. Inside of the top of the key. And, oh, layup is missed. And it looks like we're going to see contact here on Windsor and a foul. Only the second foul of the half, believe it or not.
Windsor foul assessed to number 33, Ayanna Franks, her 4th of the game, Eagles possession.
And coming out of that first half where we saw each team reach 10 fouls, at least pretty early in that second quarter, or about midway through that second quarter, as Venditti goes up and down the 2.
Eagles 2 by number 3, Vanessa Venditti. We move into the final quarter. It's 43-36, Windsor in the lead.
Well, we've got 3 down and 1 to go, and it's a little hard to believe coming out of that first half where each team reached 10 fouls almost midway through the second quarter that we've played another 8 minutes and only 2 fouls administered the whole way. We'll see if maybe that picks up in the 4th and final quarter. Eagles sparking the offense and the defense as well. And a bit of a turn of events. Turn for the better here. And so with a 43-36 lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a look at the upcoming schedule for WHS Athletics. Starting tomorrow at 6:45, a tip-off here in the gym as the boys basketball team takes on Avon. Then on Friday the 21st, girls basketball is back in action at 6:45 here in the gym against Rocky Hill. And then on Saturday at the Newington Ice Arena, boys ice hockey takes on the Farmington Valley Generals in one of their most anticipated CCC North contests of the year. You can buy all your tickets at the door for each event. Thank you for supporting WHS Athletics.
And so with those upcoming home contests, and don't forget Monday the 24th, next week, boys basketball taking on Ram. That'll be another 6:45 start. And don't forget for the students, that'll be exam week. So midterms coming up. The Eagles looking to try and grind out a couple of wins before a little extra stress kicks in. Morey sets it back to Venditti. Venditti to Wagner. Wagner back out to Venditti by way of Avery Ford. Morey to Venditti. Venditti to Ford. Ford around the perimeter. They're going around the world here. A little drop pass for Venditti. Venditti will pass it out, and a foul going against Windsor.
Windsor foul assessed to number 24, Janet Woodard, her 1st of the game, Eagles possession.
And so now Avery Ford brings it in. Ford to Wagner. And the game of around the world continues. Venditti takes a shot. Misses it. And off. Oh, they're going to say off a Windsor player and out of bounds. And that looked like that one went off of Allison Wagner. The Eagles will inbound it here from the baseline. 7:20 to go in the 4th quarter. Venditti inside of the paint. Two-ball misses. Windsor back down the court. It's Woodard. He's got control of the ball. Top of the court. Starts to move. Windsor sets it back over to Haley Rivera. Rivera inside. Now top of the key as they work the paint from beyond the arc. Back over to Rivera. Rivera. Now it's inward. And it looks like we'll see a travel here. I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that travel call there. It looks like the player is almost standing still. Avery Ford sets it into Mackenzie Morey. And Morey over to Venditti. Venditti back to Morey for three. And airballs it. And out of bounds, Windsor ball. There's a deep three and a long shot. After about a minute and a half of basketball in this fourth quarter, score remains 43-36. No changes have been made in the points in 90 seconds. A miss by Windsor and an over the back called against number 21, Summer Riley.
Windsor foul assessed to number 21, Summer Riley, her third of the game, Eagles possession.
Vanessa Venditti inbounds it to Avery Ford. Venditti moving in with it. Sets it over to Morey. Morey, Barnett. Barnett pressured and out of bounds she goes. Windsor ball.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 33, Ella Alger.
And so now with about 6 minutes to go, 43-36. Still no change in points in 120 seconds. For those of us that are bad at math, that's 2 minutes. Inside the paint, and no foul is called. Venditti moves up. Now over to the corner. Allison Wagner. Wagner works it out towards Morey for three again. Misses. And man, is it me or is there a draft in here? Both teams ice cold from the floor to start this quarter. It's gonna be Woodard. Now over to Williams. Williams to Rivera. Rivera from the top of the court back to Woodard. And with both of these teams shooting not so well in this fourth quarter, we might be looking at a game of park the bus. And see maybe a lot of clock management by Windsor. There's a missed layup, or a lot of clock chewing as it would be in football.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 20, Eliza Pulmatier.
See a lot of clock chewing here by Windsor, and maybe Wethersfield on their part trying to galvanize this offense. Pulmatier to Venditti. Venditti to Alger, and Alger back over to Pulmatier. Pulmatier to Venditti. Around the world we go. It's back to Alger. Alger to Pulmatier, misses on the pass. Venditti with the save, but it turns into a turnover. Can Venditti make the stop? A miss. A slip on her way down. And we'll see number 34 come in.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 34, Mackenzie Morey.
And off the slip, Wethersfield gets the ball. Nearly 4 minutes of basketball played in this quarter, and not a single point scored. If you love defense, you're going to love this quarter. If you love offense, this might be a little hard to watch. Look away. Sub in for Windsor.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 33, Ayanna Franks.
Offensive fanatics, avert your eyes as we approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter and no points scored in it. And it's Woodard. Windsor. Missed. Back to Morey and Venditti. Venditti now. to Alger for three. Missed it from the corner. Windsor down the court. Williams fouled on her way up, and that'll be the first team foul against Wethersfield.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 34, Mackenzie Morey, her third of the game.
And it looks like the Windsor coach going to go out there and try and dry up a little slick court surface. That is where we saw another Windsor player slip on her way up, and that is the same thing we saw on this shot. And so the Windsor coach may be thinking there might be a little spillage on the court. Jeff Russell, the head coach of Wethersfield, pleading his case to avoid the foul. Windsor with a chance to end the 4-minute scoring drought, and they do. They've done it. 4 minutes and 12 seconds is what it took to end that scoring drought.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 1, Maya Birdby.
And so now both teams have scored in this fourth quarter. But is it too little too late? A 6-point game. Windsor will miss the layup. The rebound by Birdbees. Here comes Birdbees. Venditti to Birdbees. Birdbees to Wagner. Wagner to Birdbees. Top of the court. Back over to Wagner. Wagner once again to Maya. Maya to Vanessa. Venditti to Birdbees. Venditti, that's Maya. Set into Avery Ford, back to Maya. And again to Vanessa. Venditti for three. Just off to the side and a little too hard. Here comes Windsor with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. The ball is wrenched loose, but out of bounds. Windsor will continue to have the ball. Windsor will bring in a substitution. It looks like Bay Kent. Here's Windsor top of the arc. And that should be a foul against Wethersfield as they sandwich a Windsor player.
Subbing in for Windsor, number 32, Jordan Bay Kent.
And so, it'll be a Windsor inbound here. Looks like they're calling for a sub here.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 10, Olivia Barnett.
So Barnett will come in this 45-39 contest. 6 points separating both schools. It was a mad dash to make the comeback for Wethersfield in that third quarter, and they did a good job of it. Oh! Player goes down, no call. Here comes Venditti, 2:25 to go. Venditti posts up for three and drains it!
Eagles 3 by number 3, Vanessa Venditti. Wethersfield calls it.
Question is, does Windsor run down the clock to keep this 3-point lead? Because you know the Eagles are going to definitely give it to Venditti. Either Venditti, I would assume. That's their 3-point threat. You don't have Maury on the floor. So unless you sub her in off a foul or a timeout, it's here's a 2.
Windsor 2 by number 33, Ayanna Franks.
Maya Birdbees, and let's see if that rings true. Vanessa to Maya. Maya back to Venditti. Venditti to Birdbees. Birdbees to Wagner. Wagner to Birdbees, and Birdbees into Ford. Ford has the ball tipped loose. Back to Venditti in a desperation. Again with a 3!
Eagles 3 by number 3, Vanessa Venditti.
And Venditti is starting to heat up in this fourth quarter. 47-45. It's a 2-point game with just under 90 seconds. Here comes Windsor in the paint. A layup is good.
Windsor 2 by number 11, Michaela Williams.
And it's 49-45.
Windsor calls a 30-second timeout.
It'll be a 30-second timeout with 1:07 to go. And what a comeback this is turning out to be. Win or lose, I think the Eagles have to get out of here with their heads held high. They came back what appeared to be a pretty insurmountable deficit when we left the first half. Second half, third quarter, they're hitting threes. Fourth quarter, Vanessa Venditti's hitting threes left and right. After the first 4 minutes, mind you. And now it's a 4-point game with 67 seconds to go. One has to ask, what's the ace up the sleeve for Jeff Russell? And what's the ace up the sleeve for Kirk Murad? Here we go with Wethersfield and Windsor. 67 seconds is all they got. Mackenzie Maury, Venditti, Birdbees, Wagner and Barnett on the floor. Venditti controlling the ball from beyond the arc to Wagner. Wagner back to Venditti. 56 seconds to go in the contest. We're under a minute left. And this will ramp up the pressure to Maury for 3. Maury misses. And now you have to foul if you're going to stay alive. Here's Windsor posting up. 2-pointers good.
Windsor 2 by number 33, Ayanna Franks.
So it's Franks hitting that one. It's 51-45. A steal by Windsor. Venditti tries a foul. And the foul ends up coming against Mackenzie Maury, and Venditti is kicking herself over that one.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 34, Mackenzie Maury. Her 4th of the game.
And with 2 shots here. And the first one is a miss.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 33, Ella Alger.
So it'll be Alger, Maury, Wagner, Barnett, and Venditti on the floor. And they will miss both. 51-45, and a foul called against Windsor. 25.4 to go.
Windsor foul assessed to number 11, Michaela Williams, her 3rd of the game, Eagles possession.
25.4 to go. And they're going to play it smart by not touching the ball. They can't run the clock unless an Eagles player has possession. Barnett goes up for 2 and gets it. Timeout Wethersfield.
Eagles 2 by number 10, Olivia Barnett. Wethersfield calls a 60-second timeout.
Well, Wethersfield trails by 4, and they've got 17.9 seconds to get 4 points. You think of a quick turnover, a 3-point shot by Venditti, another quick turnover, and a layup within about 18 seconds. If you think that that's possible, the Eagles could win this game. And the way that their fouling strategy worked recently, it might be good because Windsor has been struggling from the charity stripe thus far tonight. But that's not to say Wethersfield hasn't struggled from the charity stripe either. Of course, Wethersfield having the odd miss. We see our final 18 seconds on the board. You're watching Eagles basketball live on Blue Eagle News here on YouTube. While you're here, why don't you subscribe and stay tuned for all the action of Eagles basketball as it comes to you next year with what I hope will be soccer, field hockey, and football all over again. We had basketball here in the winter. I'm not sure what our sports schedule looks like for the spring. I'm honestly going to hope it involves baseball, but if not, you can check out CastBox for that one. As the CastBox is home to Eagles hockey and baseball. A near turnover turns into a foul on Morey.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 34, Mackenzie Morey. Her 5th of the game. Windsor possession.
So Morey with 5 fouls will come out of this game.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 33, Ella Alger.
So Ella Alger will come in for Mackenzie Morey as she's got 5 fouls. More than likely, she's done for the night. Another double team pressure. Travel against Windsor with 13.3. You've got Tomeno, Venditti, Alger, Barnett, and Wagner on the floor. Windsor's going to call a timeout. And a game that was a double-digit lead for Windsor has quickly become a tightly contested war.
Windsor calls 30-second timeout.
And don't forget, tomorrow night we've got more exciting basketball action for you here on Blue Eagle News. It's the boys team taking on Avon. 6:45 tip-off right here from Wethersfield High School. What a game that should be. So if you enjoy some good basketball, you are definitely going to enjoy that game. As we continue to bring you all the action tonight. And this is, once again, a phenomenal contest, and I think win or lose, I think the Eagles have to leave here heads up. You got 13.3 seconds to go, and the question is what to do with it. So much to do, so little time, but the Eagles have worked best under the gun like this, with a lot of pressure mounting. Let's see what the Eagles can do. Tomeno looking for the inbound, gets it to Alger. Alger for 3, quick, missed it. Oh goodness, and that's gonna be the ball game. Foul by Venditti, and with 6.5 seconds to go.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 3, Vanessa Venditti. Her 3rd of the game, Windsor possession.
And this has to be what I would conclude the end of the game. They're going to run around, waste a little time, take another foul. 3.7 to go.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 3, Vanessa Venditti.
Hey, whoever gets double team, you open.
Her 4th of the game.
Hey, you gotta deny. No, 5-2 foul. Stop. Can't inbound. Can't let him inbound. Deny your person. Don't let your person catch.
And so with a 4-point deficit and 3.7 seconds on the board. Thanks to the missed 3 ball, that should end the game. A little contact by Bella Tomeno with 2 seconds flat. Ooh, looks like we've got an injury here. And we may just wait it out here. And looks like she's going to be fine.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 11, Bella Tomeno. Her 1st of the game. Windsor possession. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 13, Avery Ford.
So Ford will come in. Windsor inbounds it, and Ford will draw the foul with 0.8 seconds to go. And that begs the question, what are you going to do with 0.8 seconds?
It's over.
It looks like with an injury, we're going to see one of the players play it out here.
Wethersfield foul assessed to number 13, Avery Ford. Her 1st of the game.
0.8 seconds, and Windsor will avoid rebounding the ball here with the 1-and-1. Of course, I think you'd have to miss here. You do, and that'll run out to 0.8 seconds. Final score, Windsor 51 and Wethersfield 47. And thank you so much for joining us here on Blue Eagle News. Join us again tomorrow night, 6:45. Boys basketball takes on Avon. That'll be right here from Wethersfield High School. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Jimmie Clark, and for the rest of our broadcast team for Blue Eagle News, signing off. So long, everybody. Have a great night.
Your final score.